Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endres. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited the Scranton Army ammunition plant on Sunday. The plant is one of two major munition plants in northeastern Pennsylvania and plays a vital role in Ukraine's defenses against Russia. The facility manufactures large-caliber metal projectiles and mortar projectiles that are some of the most vital equipment in Ukraine's defense. During his visit, the president also met with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who signed a sister state agreement strengthening the economic partnership between Ukraine and Pennsylvania. Under the agreement, Pennsylvania industries will support Ukraine's efforts to rebuild after the war and share best practices across critical industries such as energy, agriculture, digital technologies, workforce development, and defense. Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton are searching for a missing person. According to troopers, 59-year-old Richard Hall of Hazel Township was reported missing on Saturday, September 14th. He was last seen near the Pantry Quick on Friday, September 13th. At the time of his disappearance, Hall was reportedly wearing camouflage pants and a blue button-down shirt. He is also known to wear a bandana. Anyone with information regarding Hall's whereabouts is asked to contact the Pennsylvania State Police at 570-459-3890. PennDOT has announced upcoming lane restrictions on Interstate 81 in Luzerne County. According to officials, the lane restrictions will be in place as follows. On Wednesday, September 25th, the lane restrictions will be in place on Interstate 81 southbound from the Dorrance exit 155 to the Stroudsburg exit 151 for guide rail repairs. The lane restrictions will be in place from 7:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. On Thursday, September 26th, lane restrictions will be in place on Interstate 81 southbound from the Stroudsburg exit 151 to the Hazleton exit 145 for pipe flushing. The lane restrictions will be in place from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. On Friday, September 27th, lane restrictions will be in place on Interstate 81 northbound between the Hazleton exit 143 to West Hazleton exit 145. The lane restrictions will be in place from 1:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. for roadway sensor maintenance. For up-to-date conditions on major roadways, you can visit 511pa.com. Coming up on WYLN News, the Bloomsburg Fair returns. Plus, a local business announces an upcoming Civil War-themed event. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Police in Tunkhannock Township are searching for a missing woman. According to police, 37-year-old Misty Sanavong was last seen on September 21st around 11 p.m. leaving the Highland Campground on Old Mill Road in Falls Township. Officers say Sanavong may be suffering from a medical condition that an extensive search is underway. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to call 570-836-5255. The 169th Annual Bloomsburg Fair is currently underway in Bloomsburg this week. Every year, the fair features a wide variety of food, rides, animals, and attractions at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. This year, the fair will feature a wide variety of livestock, including a Texas Longhorn, as well as a daily and nightly entertainment at the free stage. As a new attraction this year, the fair will also feature the hot air balloon rides offered in the mornings and evenings. Admission is $8 per person. To see a full list of vendors and attractions, you can visit bloomsburgfair.com. Honest Abe's Business and Tax Services is inviting the public to step back in time for an afternoon of living history on Saturday, October 5th. During the event, participants will have the opportunity to view a variety of Civil War demonstrations and exhibits and even meet Abe Lincoln. The event will also feature refreshments, a silent auction, and opportunities for a free scheduled tax review or checkup. Participants at the event are asked to bring an unwrapped toy for Toys for Tots. The event will run from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, October 5th at Honest Abe's Business and Tax Services located at 259 Claremont Avenue in Tamaqua. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Chris Foam releases Down the Path Through History with Nanticoke Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Emilda Crocomo and Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Linda Gordon, we saved her from back surgery, but then she said she had TMJ, which is pain in the jaw, can't open her mouth wide enough. Stay tuned this week to see how adjustments, laser, and then she puts heat on it, how we can help your TMJ.
When European settlers first reached the Wyoming Valley in the mid-1700s, the Nantico people, who had been driven out of their previous homeland in the Chesapeake Bay, were living along the Susquehanna River in what would become Newport Township. The Nantico's name, translate into English as Tidewater people, would be anglicized into Nanticoke for those who settled along the river, the name also given to the stream that emptied into it there, previously known as Muddy Run, but thereafter known as Nanticoke Creek. Among the first Europeans to settle in the area was Major Prince Alden. His sons John and Mason would start a forge here in 1778. It would operate for the next 50 years. Other businesses would soon appear as well. A grist mill opened near the Alden's forge in 1790. The first tavern in the area was soon opened by Matthias Grover. Thomas Bennett was the region's first blacksmith. But the industry that would put Nanticoke on the map would be coal. Initially discovered by the natives around 1710, its story in the area took off in 1825, when Colonel Washington Lee mined the first coal in the area near the Susquehanna. Lee, who also owned a distillery and established Nanticoke's first bank, shipped his initial coal down the river in Durham boats, there being at the time no market for it upstream. He would later build the first coal breaker in Nanticoke near his house. It would operate until 1891. In April 1926, the fledgling community would witness a milestone in American maritime moments when the Codorus, the first iron ship built in America, passed by. Built in York by John Elger, who also captained it on this voyage, it had first set sail on the lower reaches of the Susquehanna in November 1825, making it as far north as Harrisburg. The following spring, Elger determined to test it and the river's navigability by taking it as far north as Binghamton. The Nanticoke Falls near the new community, however, would be a notable challenge for him, being steeper than any rapids he had faced on the Susquehanna's lower reaches. Nonetheless, Elger went ahead, pushing the Codorus through the rapids with his engines at full power. Despite strong pushback from the river, he eventually made it through. The Codorus would reach Binghamton in May 1826 after a voyage of 300 miles, although the Susquehanna would ultimately be deemed too shallow for commercial steamboat operations. The river was deemed suitable for a canal, and Nanticoke would be the original northern terminus of the first 55-mile stretch of the North Branch Canal when it opened in 1831. It would be subsequently extended north to the New York border. To aid in the canal's operation, the Nanticoke Dam had been built across the river in 1830, built of pine cribs 7 feet tall, filled with stones. It would divert the river into the canal once it was completed. A chute was built on one side of the dam to allow for regular river traffic to pass through. The very first boat to use the canal, the Wyoming, was loaded up with 10 tons of coal in Nanticoke, then floated downstream to Northumberland, and ultimately to Philadelphia. The canal soon became the lifeblood of Nanticoke. By 1840, at least 20,000 tons of coal were shipped both up and down its length, as well as lumber, produce, and other goods. Railroads, however, soon overtook the canals in the Wyoming Valley and elsewhere. The valley's branch of the canal closed in 1885 and was afterwards filled in. The Nanticoke Dam, which had been raised to 9 feet high in 1874, lasted some years afterwards, but was eventually removed as well.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm joined here as always with Luzerne County Manager Ramoda Crocomo. Ramoda, how's it going today?
Very well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yep. So we have a lot of really busy stuff that we have to get into today regarding the upcoming election. And I know first we wanted to let our viewers know about a change that was actually made regarding the options that we have for submitting mail-in ballots and how the drop-box locations will no longer be available. So if you could tell us a bit more about that.
Right. There are times when I have to make difficult decisions, but the use of drop boxes, the requirement is that the county secures them. We're responsible for the security and safety of the drop box and the people that are involved with it. We reviewed the situation. I reviewed the situation. We get information from various security organizations, and we just can't keep those drop boxes safe. I wish we had more staff. Some counties place staff members adjacent to the drop box during the time that the offices are open where the drop boxes are. I don't have enough staff to do that. Some counties even have chemicals inside of the drop boxes that will douse an incendiary device. We can't do that. We don't have the monies to do that. And there are a lot of reasons that were basically safe and security reasons that I had to make the decision that we can't deploy the drop boxes because we can't keep them safe. So I know people say that they're videos, but the video doesn't prevent something from happening. And we just experienced a situation where some of the video footage was lost or overwritten. So that's not a foolproof safety device as well. We will have the mail-in ballots out way before the deadline, and we can use the U.S. Postal Service. And to people who don't trust the U.S. Postal Service, I can tell you that we have a very good relationship with the Wilkes-Barre Post Office. I've been involved in 6 elections, and they have worked with us, so there are no delays in processing the mail-in ballots. And of course, individuals can drop the mail-in ballot if they request a mail-in ballot at the Bureau, which is at Penn Place on the 3rd floor. Or you can vote on Election Day. I do want people to know and understand that on Election Day, the polls will be safe. We've had security organizations come in and work with us, and we have a plan. I will be rolling out that part of the plan that can be made public. I'll be rolling that out shortly. There's other security measures that we're taking that obviously we can't reveal, otherwise they wouldn't be secure. But definitely on Election Day, you will be safe, and we'll be prepared for anything.
Absolutely. And I think important thing to remember about all this is how the last major election was a much different environment. Just having the purpose of these drop boxes at the time was definitely beneficial. But since things seems to be a lot more loose now, it does seem like we'll probably have a much larger turnout of in-person voting this year as opposed to how it was 4 years ago. So yeah, it seems like a necessary change that needs to be made just for as you said, safety and security of the election here in Luzerne County.
Correct.
And I know you also have some other important dates, yes, regarding the election. So if we could go over those.
Yeah, I do. I have some very important dates for the election. October 21st is the last day to register before the November election. I also want to dispel rumors that we are behind in the voter registration. We are not behind. We are processing them. It's not just the county that is involved in the processing. Individuals who submit a voter registration form, it has to be vetted by Social Security and the Department of Motor Vehicles, and then it has to be uploaded into the SURE system, which is the state system. So it's not instantaneous. We don't want it to be instantaneous. When people apply to register to vote, they have to be able to register to vote. So there's a vetting process, and there does take time, but the rumors that we are behind are grossly inaccurate. But the last day to register is October 21st. The last day to apply for a mail-in or civilian absentee ballot is October 29th. Obviously, November 5th is the last day for county boards of election to receive completed mail-in and civilian absentee ballots. They have to be received at the Bureau by 8 p.m. Obviously, November 5th is the general election, and November 12th is the last day for County Board of Elections to receive completed military and overseas ballots. They have to be submitted for delivery no later than 11:59 p.m. on November 4th. If you go to our website, we have our poll worker training schedule. We have a number of times that we will be having poll worker training here in Hazleton. We have some Saturdays, Saturday, October 26th at 10 a.m. at the Hazleton Integration Project. That will be the general poll worker training. On that same day at 1:30 p.m. At the HIP Center, we will have the Judges of Election training on November 2nd, 2024. We will also have a Judge of Elections training at 10 a.m. at the HIP Center. And on Saturday, November 2nd, 2024 at 1:30, we'll have the General Poll Worker training at the HIP Center. This is the first year that we are having poll worker training in the city of Hazleton.
It seems like it would be very convenient for those who are interested in becoming a poll worker here in Hazleton, just to have that be localized here.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like it would be very convenient for that. Yeah, and as Romilda said, for anyone who's interested in becoming a poll worker, or if you still need to register to vote for this election, all the information is on the county website. And as always, I want to thank Romilda for joining us here on Carlton County Report, and we'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,